A seemingly unassuming threat to national security has taken root on the island. This issue is observed in the form of the prevalence of overly adorned or designed license plates, which make quick identification difficult by authorities, as the numbers or letters on the plates are styled in a manner which render them illegible or unclear. At a time when the island's crime rate is drastically increased, this type of aesthetic placed on these vehicles have the potential to aid individuals looking to escape officers while driving, as their plates would be difficult to make out. Understanding the gravity of this phenomenon, the Vice President for the National Association of Driving Schools, Kingson, calls for further enforcement and regulation against these types of license plates, as the law dictates the proper size, color, and font.
That is not being adhered to by members of the public, and it seems to me that the powers that be isn't doing anything about it. And in a time like now where we have so much crime taking place, I think it's imperative that the powers that be, especially the police, enforce the regulations to ensure that persons adhere to the guidelines as to the number plate on the vehicle. So then your number plate can be easily seen by the members of the public. So in case of a crime, they could say, well, this is the number plate of the vehicle that came, or this is what I saw, because some number plates are in words. They are specialized plates people pay the money for, and so you cannot have it written in cursive because it makes it more difficult for people to read what name is on that vehicle. It has to be a conspicuous sign where persons could read and understand clearly what they're seeing. So I think they should have a crackdown on that to ensure, because once you allow something to continue, it will fester. After a while, everybody will think they could just have the plates anyhow, anyway on the vehicle, and that cannot be correct.
The Vice President believes that the onus should be placed on drivers with these types of plates. However, businesses who are responsible for these designs should cease doing so out of a sense of ethics.
I think the onus should be on the drivers themselves, but the business people as well who produce the plates should have a moral responsibility, and to ensure that when they print in plates for people, that the plates meet the specification, not just because somebody wants something this way that you just give it to them that way as well. It should meet the best specification, but I think that's a moral obligation, because somebody could say they want a plate and they doesn't need to put on a vehicle. It could be for anything else. So the main responsibility ought to be on the owner of that vehicle. So therefore, the owner of the vehicle having a plate that is not meeting the specifications set by the regulations in the Traffic Act should get charged as a result and should pay a hefty fine as a result of that.
Additionally, Kingson highlights drivers who place plastics or other obfuscating materials on top of plates, which render the numbers on the plate hard to view on the road.
Now there's more and more the taxi drivers and minibus drivers who have their number plate and they cover it with a clear plastic. I don't know if it's to protect the plate, but what it does, it creates a glare, especially if it is raining at night or if you're in an angle where you cannot exactly tell what number is on that vehicle. And that should not be so, because those vehicles as well, minibuses and taxis, are also a regulated sector, and they have specific guidelines for them to operate. And one of those guidelines will actually specifically tell you that those plates should not be covered. Those plates ought to be a specific color and size. So, and they going contrary to that, and it seems nothing has been done to prevent that from occurring. And to make it worse, the Ministry of Transport is not even inspecting those buses anymore, which is their responsibility to do so, but they give it up and allow for the private garages to inspect those buses and pass them, which is absolutely wrong and should not continue.
This new license plate phenomenon, which has risen to prominence in recent time, has the potential to be a tremendous contributor to the rampant spread of crime on the island, as individuals are able to escape identification through illegible plates. For Choice News Now, this is Obi Offer reporting.